just got an air conditioner that would cool off the truck. And now, so we walked to Dollar General and left the truck running, took Fat Butts, came back to the truck being hot, and there's an error on the air conditioner, P1 error, which means we looked it up, it's either too much power or not enough power. So I hit my GFI, because I have two GFIs in the truck, to reset them and try to reset them again. So you can hit the test button, but it won't reset. So that's telling me that this APU isn't putting out enough power to reset that GFI. It's putting out enough power that there's a little green light on the outlet box, but I don't think it's putting out enough power to reset the GFIs. So I got on YouTube, it looked like the Crafty Trucker was having the same issue, and they had to replace their capacitor. I honestly didn't finish watching it to see if it fixed it, because they talked about a breaker being tripped on here. So I found another video, and there's a breaker down here, but it's not tripped. I mean, it's giving power to the outlet. It's just not giving enough power to reset the GFIs. So tonight's gonna be a hot night. It's you know, we had a hot day, and I was looking forward to sleeping good tonight. You know, I'll be honest with you, if there was a hotel around here, I would just get a hotel. See if there's a hotel around here, Lita. Search for a hotel. I'm not gonna sleep in this truck in the hot. So, and I forgot my multimeter at the house. I can't believe I left my, so I can't even see how many volts the outlet's getting to see if that is the problem. So what a nightmare. Am I the only one with this bad of luck? Alright, so it seems that did fix the Crafty Trucker's problem. I'm not saying it's going to fix my problem, but I'm going to pull this bottom metal piece off. We're going to see if mine has a part number on it so I can start looking. I told Lita to start looking to see if there's a hotel room around, and there's actually one across the street right here. So she went to go get us a room, $70 a night, small price to pay to stay cool. I'm just glad we didn't pay for a shower and then realize we needed a hotel room, because that's what we were doing. I sent her in to see if they in fact did have a shower here, and they do. It's only $7. I don't know if it's going to be, it would have been $7 a person or $7 for one shower, but I guess we're going to get a room. So I'm going to pull this metal piece off, see if I can find a part number, see if I can start doing some research, and see if we can find that thing along the way. Along the way. Go on, Fat Butts. Go.
Come on, Fatty.
Go.
It's okay.
Come on. Hey. Come on. It's okay.
Come on, Fat Butts.
Let's go inside.
Come on. It's okay, Fat Butts.
Come on, babies. It's okay. Come on.
Nola, it's okay.
Baby, let's go.
Nola, come on.
In.
Come on.
In.
Come on, Fat Butts.
In.
Come
In.
on, Fat Butts.
Go.
Come on, Fat Butts. That's such a good girl. Told you when you put your hand on it.
Why are you being weird about it, Fat Butts?
It smells weird in here.
I mean, it smells clean.
Yeah. I mean, this looks a lot cleaner.
It sucks I walked through the mud. $70 a night. Kind of steep. Especially we're probably their only customers in like 100 years.
She only had those. And there's cars.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Fat Butch. Did you sleep good? She actually slept in the other bed the whole night.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I thought she'd end up getting in bed with us last night. It was freezing cold in that room, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But now we get to heat to death in the truck. So I'm gonna try to stop by somewhere today, pick up a multimeter, see if that APU is putting out enough juice. I might pick up another receptacle, because both the receptacles in the trucks are GFI. And for some reason, I got a buddy that for some reason thinks they might have both went bad. So we're gonna give that a shot. What is it?
That's what I was thinking.
That they both went bad?
Just got like
Fried?
fucked up when it idled.
Yeah, who knows? All right, we're gonna get this fat butts in the truck. Look how all they parked. I don't feel bad now. Let me unlock this. We're gonna get this truck ready. Lita's gonna go get us some breakfast.
Yeah.
So we just got a email from the broker wanting us to prove that this is 42,000 pounds. So I pulled out my app weigh, which says it's 39,164. He said if we couldn't prove that it was more than 20,000 pounds or that it was 42,000 pounds, they were going to take that $300 back. Anyways, we've just arrived. Doesn't look like they're unloading anybody. Everybody's kind of sitting around. They said they don't know if they're going to unload us here or unload us somewhere else. They said they got a lot of rain and they got a bunch of trucks out there scraping the ground. They just need to get us unloaded, honestly.
Yeah. They didn't say, oh...
This is the address we're supposed to be unloading at.
Yeah, I know. They didn't say, oh, you've got to drive over here.
It's going to turn into one of those other cases.
Because we have to pick up. So they have to get this off our truck.
I agree. Tell them, baby. Don't you look adorable?
Yeah, right.
That's a white Mack with a Doonan trailer as well. Damn it. Alright, so we gotta follow some guy out to a tower somewhere. It better not be like one of those other situations. That other one that we did. Where we had to drive 15 miles down a dirt road. I don't know, we'll see. All right, we've made it to our drop-off. It wasn't too far. We were just right down the road. I time-lapsed it all. I don't know if you guys could tell. Look at the size of that crane. My goodness. It's massive. Look at all the dirt on the back of this. I almost got this thing washed yesterday. I'd be upset. Man, we were slinging stuff everywhere. There's I don't know if you guys can tell from the time-lapse, But there's this comes down, and then there's a hill on the other side of this that's gravel. And he wasn't going fast enough in front of us, so I couldn't get up enough speed, and we ended up sinking into the hill. I had to lock my axles, and that's the very first time I've ever used first gear in this truck. So we're gonna unchain the middle of this, leave the 2 front chains on because they don't know where the crane operator is gonna want us. Basically, I guess they have one crane operator that goes from site to site because they're putting a bunch of these up everywhere around here. So he'll go unload one guy, and then he'll drive over here and he'll run this. And they don't know where they want us. I don't know how we're gonna turn around, to be completely honest. Because if we get off this gravel, we're gonna be in trouble. Let me see how dry all this is. Look how massive those things are. So somehow, I think they use this. The place that I picked it up, I don't know if the guy knew what he's talking about, but they use this to like pick these up somehow. I don't know. Who knows? But we're gonna have to be able to back out of this thing somehow. Might have to back all the way down that road. I don't know, let me get this unchained. What are you doing up there, Lita? Uh-huh.
It's not chained?
Might have to, yeah, you gotta come out a lot more. So, because it's so loose now, you can turn this down, and then you can get a lot more revolutions. Now try it. Yeah, see? It's not hitting that metal. Well, we've taken off everything we can take off, just in case we have to move the trailer somewhere. Now we just gotta wait on the crane guy to finish up on the other site and come over here. And then we've got, like I said, we're taking some, picking up some coils about an hour from here, going to Idaho. So I was thinking, well, maybe we'll just go out to the land for the 4th. But now, since the APU is not producing, I still don't know if it's the APU or the GFI breakers. We plan on stopping somewhere and go ahead and get new outlets just to see if that's them. But I'm thinking it's maybe a capacitor's going bad or something of that nature. So anyways, we'll get back to you guys. Man, that's a big crane. So there goes a mini crane that they wouldn't let unload me because they want this crane to unload me. But he told me what this thing is. So this is a ballast. They hang this thing off the side of this because the motor is so heavy that they put on it. It's a ballast for when they go to set the motor on top of these things. But he said that's the amount of weight on that. He said there's like 500,000 pounds just on the back of that to counterweight the back of it. And then you've got 10-ton plates. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 10-ton plates just on that side there. Then there's more there. Then there's some in the belly. It's like 100 semi-trucks just to move that crane around.
Yeah.
I wonder how many they're going to put right here. Surely more than just that one.
One what? Windmill?
This one windmill.
Probably just this one.
I mean, they only have that one concrete pad. I don't know if you guys can see it underneath the crane. They only have one concrete pad here. Now, obviously, the blades are long, so it would have to set off a little further. Look, they've got another one going up right there.
All the cranes over there.
Oh, yeah, there's a crane. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's one way over the mountain there, one way over the mountain there, one way over. They're all over the place. Like, that's incredible. And I don't think these things are that efficient. I think the government's just throwing money out the window. I mean, we do need something eventually because we will run out of fossil fuels one day, and we don't want to wait till we're out, but I don't think these are that efficient. Well, looks like they might be getting us unloaded, Chris. Let me hop off here. Hi, man. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like they finally got the crane crunk up. Maybe we'll get unloaded. I think it's a little overkill. I mean, they could have used that little crane over there, or the crane that drove by. Like, these things are only 20,000 pounds a piece.
Where's the dude that's gonna hook it up?
I don't know. He's gonna expect me to hook it up.
They have 10 million people on this site.
That thing is massive, dude. I don't think there's as many weights on there as that guy said, because he said there was weights on the backside, but that was the backside we were looking at.
Yeah. Maybe there's like another set of weights under.
Oh, there is sets of weights under for sure.
But we'll like behind those.
I don't know. That thing is monstrous, man. I guess I could walk up there and ask him if we're good where we're at, and we can chain it here. Alright guys, the crane guy showed up, but there's supposed to be a crew, I guess the rigging crew and all, that is still on another job site that he's waiting on. But he said we could go ahead, and we went ahead and pulled up about 10 more feet. And then he can snatch it off from here. He said they didn't want to use the other crane, or that crane, because they want to set it back that way. But my thing is, why not have the small crane unload it, and then when you can get to the big crane, just pick it up from wherever you set it down and set it where it needs to go. I don't know. Let me get this thing unchained. It's like people are starting to show up. So we're finally unloaded 3 hours later. They told me, don't worry, you won't have to leave the gravel. And now we have to leave the gravel. Guy said he was going to move his truck. Some other guy just... I was going to turn around. Is there room to turn around at the bottom? They expected me to back all the way down this road here because they thought I was going to get stuck. Like, what would I even do down here? All right, guys, we have made it to Columbus, Nebraska. We're not picking up coils. We're picking up 9 of those big cable reels. So we just got to wait on a truck to leave, and then we'll back in where he's at, and they'll load us from there. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more chains. All right, guys, this is what we got. I'm so glad it's not coils. They said they call them coils, but like I said, I'm glad it's not coils. As you can see, we're probably about to get rained on. So I'll make this short and sweet. We're gonna chain these things up real fast. I'll show you what we got after this. And they thought we had a bad spring, but it was because they put all the weight on one side of the trailer. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. I'll get under there and check anyways, just to make sure. All right, fat butts, you film. Boop. Oh my goodness, it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. It's probably like in the 80s now instead of 100 degrees. Huh, fat butts? Yeah, you're a good girl. Well, we're all chained up, huh?
Yeah.
Stop looking so adorable.
Yeah.
So we got a subscriber that works here. I didn't catch his name. He kind of caught me off guard, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of chaining down. So 2 chains per roll. 2 binders per roll. I think a lot of people on one of those other videos where I put straps in the front and the back, I think some people said I only needed 1 chain for the middle rolls. I'm just gonna keep putting 2 chains on it. It makes me feel better, you know? I like knowing that it's pulled forward and backwards, to where if something happened, I knew I did all I could do. So we're chained up now. We're going to go to Walmart. I got to pick up some more coolant since we're still leaking coolant from the thermostat housing, huh, fat butts? And I think we're going to pick up a outlet. I'd like to go by Home Depot and get an outlet tester though, since I left my voltmeter at home. Anyways, there she is. We're going to hit the road. I think it's about 1,100 miles. So we should be getting there at around, hopefully Saturday, by at least Saturday. Because if we're there by Saturday at 10, then my 34 will reset by Monday at 8. So that's the plan. All right, I'm sweating to death. Not like getting in the truck's gonna do any better, but we can get some wind in our hair, huh? Let's go. All right, guys. So we end up stopping by Walmart. And I got a test kit and a new outlet. The new outlet didn't fix it. I ended up taking the multimeter and doing a test. It's getting 154 volts to the outlet, which is preventing the GFI from being able to reset itself. So we're at a place called Carrier Transcold, Midland Carrier Transcold. It's at a giant truck stop. They have absolutely everything here. Man, I think this place might compete with Iowa 80 because it is massive. I'll have to find out. You remember where we're at, Babs? This place was supposed to close at 5. Grand Island, Nebraska. They were supposed to close at 5.
Yeah.
It's not even 5 yet, and the parking lot's empty.
Yeah.
Like, they bounced like long before they were.
That might have been the dude driving off that we just passed. You know?
Oh, maybe. Yay, we got it. So it ended up being it was like $83 or $86. I'm hoping this is it. Should I go ahead and try to put this thing on right now?
Maybe.
That way we know if we have to get a hotel room tonight, because were you guys looking at me? I think they were looking over there somewhere. I will not sleep in this truck hot. It's bad enough I gotta drive this pig. When it's hot, I definitely will not be sleeping with it hot. So I think somebody had their dog out over here.
Yeah.
If they're still out, if it's not out, I can let Fat Butts out.
Okay.
I'll shut this truck down for a second, and we'll get this thing swapped out. See if this fixes it. You can't make this up. I mean, you really can't make this up. I open up the box and I notice these ends are already rusty and corroded. It's a used part. It's got grease and scratches and everything all over it already. They just sold us a used part for $81.40. So here's the new one, and here's the old one. I mean, it's blatantly clear that this thing has been used. I mean, the rusty wires. The wires are rusty. So it's pretty simple, and if it wouldn't have been for the Crafty Truckers channel, I would have been like, what wire do I hook where? But according to his instructions, you can hook any wire anywhere. His was color coded, his old one and his new one. Mine isn't. So all I'm gonna do is just hook them up to either way, and then probably just let it dangle here. I'll start the APU up and see what happens. If it doesn't fix it, there's no point. There's a hose clamp up in here that you have to loosen, and the hose clamp just wraps around this. You can see it's wrapped around this, and there's like a piece of metal up there that it'll squeeze it to. But like I said, there's no point in putting this back up in there if it doesn't fix the problem. But now the problem is, it's like, if this doesn't fix it, is it because this one's used, or is it really bad? Well, it's not fixed. We still have 154 volts going to the outlet. You know, it'd be one thing if I wasted $80-something on a brand new part, but when you waste $80-something on a used one, that's the problem. I bet I could look this part number up, and it's not even $80-something for a new one. So we're at a Casey's. I don't know where I am. You guys know I don't ever know where I am. But there was another Casey's that we were going to go to. It was going to save us like 19 cents a gallon compared to all the other truck stops, right? And my tanks were basically completely empty. So we drive off the interstate by like 5 miles one way, right? And we get all the way there, and I don't know what's going on with these Casey truck stops, but every single pump had plastic bags on it. So I'm freaking out at this point, because I'm like, I didn't plan for this. We might run out of fuel before we can even get to a truck stop. And I'm checking all my fuel cards, and there's nothing around. And finally I just pumped like 33 gallons worth with my debit card to get us to this one here, which I was a little freaked out about when I seen the plastic bags. I'm like, great, here we go again. I don't know what's going on with them, but And then, so the whole APU thing, can't get the APU working. Of course, this happens over the weekend. What's going on with this thing? I'm trying to wash my windows. Casey's has these things here because they don't use long rotted washer arms. Anyways, so I was like, you know what, we'll just get a hotel room. And we tried to figure out where we would be when we run our clock out, because I want to run my clock out. That way we can make it there to deliver those reels by Monday morning. Well, after everything's been going on with that other Casey's and us stopping at that place trying to get our APU fixed, I don't think we're gonna make Monday morning now. So I want to try to drive as late tonight as I possibly can. That way we can drive as far tomorrow as we possibly can. That way we can drop as early as we possibly can. Because that's the name of the game, is if you have a load, get it there as soon as you possibly can, so you better your chance of grabbing the next load to make even more for the week. Because if I end up delivering too late on Monday, that's going to start dipping into my next week. That'll start affecting next week's checks. So this thing, it's been using probably a half a gallon a day. These bottles are about $11 a gallon, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I tried to fix the thermostat housing. I thought it was gonna work. Obviously didn't. I think it cracked somewhere else. I think there was another crack somewhere else. I'll pull it apart and show you guys, obviously, when we go to tear it down again. But Lita walked across. There's a, I think it's a Mickey's restaurant over there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So we don't have to eat like Burger King or anything like that. Anyways, yeah, so we went to go book a hotel. Man, I get off track. Holy smokes, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Went to go book a hotel. Places are completely sold out. The ones that we can get into with a truck and that accept a dog. This is gonna take the whole gallon this time. So Lita checked the weather. It's supposed to be like in the 50s tonight. So we might just roll the windows down and roll with it. Do you guys like that nose cam? Somebody mentioned in one of my videos, it was the one where I was having really bad luck, which there's gonna be lots of those coming up. I'm still happy I'm in the semi-truck. I swear on my life, I'm still happy I'm in a semi-truck. I'm making so much more money now. We just have some flaws that we have to work out. I mean, it's not a brand new truck. Well, I can't act like it's a brand new truck. There's gonna be problems with the truck. You can't compare this $15,000 semi-truck to my $60,000 Ford in terms of, oh, your Ford never broke down, which my Ford did break down. If you've been watching the channel long enough, we had a bunch of DEF issues with that thing, and Ford couldn't figure it out. All they wanted to do was throw parts at it. So anyways, my battery's about to die. I'll talk to you guys later.